Despicable Me, the movie, was the first thing that I remember about being in the behavioral health unit. Well, I guess not the first thing, but the thing that stood out to me the most as the what in the hell am I doing here moment. I remember not wanting to be there and having tried any way that I could to get out of there. But after trying to end my life and ending up in the ER, they didn't believe me and they wanted me to notify people that I wasn't willing to notify. So they put me in this space and said, hey, you're only going to be here till you see the psychiatrist, and that would be the next day. And so I spent the entire day in my room waiting to see the psychiatrist, at which point this horrible person ended up telling me that because I was being disagreeable and not having come out of my room, that meant I had to stay there longer. All of that to say, that evening I walked into the rec room, people were playing games, and Despicable Me was playing on the TV, and people were in all states of distress and or like awareness of their surroundings. And I felt so scared and alone and out of place and frustrated at my life and what had gotten me to that point. Now, those places could very well be very helpful for some people. It wasn't my experience, and I hope that we can get better at how we choose to treat people who are in those type of situations. For me, it became very much a prison, and I didn't need that experience because my trauma was one that I had been taken and kept somewhere without my consent, and so being in a place where I couldn't leave was very terrifying and overwhelming, and I couldn't really even have the words or find the words to share that. I hope we can do a way better job for people who are in mental health crisis than we are currently doing and have currently done. And part of that is why I want to share my experience and what I feel, because I didn't have the words at that time, but I have a lot of them now. And I need you to hear me that it didn't automatically get better for me in my life. It actually got worse. And I think it's important to say that because so often we hear the opposite, and then when people live through negative experiences or it doesn't feel better, then they feel like it's their fault for not then being in that better state. And I feel like for me, what I needed to do was to stop focusing on if things were better, if things were worse, but to live more presently, to live in the moment, and to try to figure out how do I exist and make friends with myself, because that was my biggest enemy, was me. I don't know what will work for you if you're struggling like I was. I know that I had things that I did that helped me, but it's hard when that won't always be the right answer for somebody else. But I at least want you to know that I'm wishing you light, I'm wishing you healing, and I'm hoping that you stay, because you are of worth and of value, and you matter in this world. There is only one of you, and we need you here. And I'm sending you love.